Hey everyone, Bill here. I promise I am not trying to take over your feeds. I know that we put out a video this morning. It was Lloyd's first look at Ember, so if you haven't watched that, make sure that you check it out. And I try not to put out a bunch of videos every day because I feel like if it's just too much, it's going to flood your inboxes. People are just going to start deleting them. So I don't like to do multiple videos in a day. We already had that Ember video can't come out because today is the day that the embargo was lifted. But then we got this news, and I have to be honest, it's almost 8:30 at night. I kind of missed this news all day. Lloyd and I were interviewing the developers from Get Packed at the same time that the Serious Sam stuff was going on. And then afterwards, I was editing, and I had to record my Nintendo show. And all of those things led to me just kind of forgetting about the Serious Sam announcement. And then to find out that it's coming to Google Stadia, well, I'm really excited about that. And I would like to talk about why I'm excited about that. But before I do, I'm just going to ask you to do all of those YouTube things that we always ask you to do. Why? Because it helps. It really does help. So click all the buttons that you got to do. And once you've done that, let's move on. All right, here we go. All right, so we've got a brand new Serious Sam game coming to Stadia. When is that happening? It's happening this August. And I'm pretty excited for it. And if 6 months ago you had asked me, Bill, are you excited about playing a new Serious Sam game? I would have said, oh, I heard of Serious Sam before. Isn't that a shooter franchise? And that would have been the limit of my knowledge to the Serious Sam franchise. Now, since then, I've played a little bit, and I've only played a little bit, but I'm still really excited about Serious Sam 4, and it's for a whole bunch of reasons. Now, the first reason has to be I've been playing a lot of shooters lately. 6 months ago, I didn't play a lot of shooters. But most of the games that I've played on Google Stadia have been either first-person shooters or third-person shooters. When Stadia first came out, I played a bunch of Destiny 2, and I had an absolute blast with it. I had no idea that I was going to enjoy that game as much as I did. And then Borderlands 3 came out, and everybody kept telling me how awesome the Borderlands games were. So I had to try it out. And I picked up Borderlands 3, played through the whole thing, and finished it. And man, that was an excellent experience. And then recently, I played Doom Eternal, and I recently played Doom 64, and I've been playing a whole bunch of The Division 2. And that's like a lot of shooting games that I've played recently. And if I counted up the number of shooting games that I played in the last 5 years, I probably played more this year than I have in the last 5 years outside of Overwatch and Doom 2016. So me playing a bunch of shooting games, very much against what I usually do. So outside of the fact that it's a shooter, why am I so excited for Serious Sam 4, especially as somebody who skipped out on the first three? Well, I can't say that I've completely skipped out on the first three. I did play the first one a tiny bit, and I did have fun with it. It's an extremely 90s shooter, and going back and playing 90s shooters today, especially when they've got like 90s shooter graphics, I don't know that it was that compelling. However, graphics aside, there's something to be said about that style of game. When I was playing the first one, I haven't played the second or the third one yet, so I don't know if they continue this trend, but the first one, I felt like I was surrounded by 1,000 enemies, and I was constantly running backwards, and it was kind of an awesome feeling as you've got a swarm of enemies in front of you, and you're constantly trying to back up and reload and, pivot around corners and stuff. Anything you can do to slow them down. It almost made me think of the Pac-Man games, where you take a bunch of curves, a bunch of corners in order to get a little outpace the ghosts, because Pac-Man goes a little faster around corners than the ghosts do. And playing Serious Sam 1 felt really cool, and I felt like this would be awesome if they could take this and turn it up to 11. And that's what Serious Sam 4 is promising to do. speaking of turning things up to 11, that's kind of what Serious Sam 4 is going for with their Legion system. Now, I want to make sure that I get this right, so I'm actually going to read it off the website. Here's what they have to say. Hordes of invaders. The iconic cast of alien invaders returns with some new reinforcements. Fight your way through unbelievable numbers of Mental's minions, including the iconic Headless Kamikaze, Beheaded Rocketeer, Clear, Scrapjack, Werebull, and Canoom. I don't know if I said that right. Square off against brand new enemies and towering monsters like the frantic Processed, Repulsive Belcher, and hard-hitting Zealot, and more. The Explosive Arsenal. Armed with a slew of devastating weapons, pick your tool for any situation. Lay waste to Mental's horde using powerful double-barreled shotgun, the punishing minigun, the powerful chainsaw launcher. I'm sorry, let's just take a second and understand that I just said the word chainsaw launcher. That sounds hilarious. A brand new auto shotgun, and the iconic cannon. Upgrade your toys and enjoy the violent beauty of the lock-on rocket launcher and the mighty laser beam of death. The Legion system unleashes some of the biggest moments in the series history, with the new Legion system and battlefields teeming with thousands of enemies. So remember when I said that I was playing Serious Sam 1 and I felt like there were 1,000 enemies on the screen? Of course there weren't. It was a 90s shooter. Well, now, according to Crow Team and Devolver Digital, the developer and publisher of the game, there are going to be thousands of enemies on the screen, and that sounds kind of insane to me. Now, the Legion system and the arsenal of weapons all sounds really, really cool. And I would have probably been sold if it was just that stuff. But on top of that, they added one more layer of awesome that I am very, very excited for. Now, I've not played very much of Serious Sam 1. I haven't played any of Serious Sam 2, and I haven't played any of Serious Sam 3. So I don't know if this is a holdover from previous games, but 4-player co-op is going to be in the game, and that sounds really, really cool. Think about thousands of enemies on the screen, and you and 3 of your friends back-to-back fighting off these hordes of enemies with the chainsaw launcher and the double-barreled shotgun. I mean, that just sounds fantastic. So I want to know, are you guys interested in Serious Sam 4? Are you excited that this game is going to be exclusive to Google Stadia? That's right, I didn't even mention that part yet. It is also a Stadia exclusive, at least for consoles. That means it's not going to be on the Xbox or the PlayStation. It's just going to be on PC through Steam and on Stadia. And I'm very excited to play it. I've said a million times, I don't think exclusives are required for Google Stadia to succeed, but they will definitely help. And I think that Serious Sam 4 looks really cool. I can't wait to do 4-player co-op mode. Hopefully, I really hope that it has crowd play, so it's easy for me to do a stream and have you guys join me, and we can fight off the hordes of enemies together. I think that that sounds incredibly fantastic. If you are excited for Serious Sam 4, leave a comment down below and tell me what is your favorite announcement about Serious Sam 4 today. I'm super excited for it. I can't wait to play it on Stadia. It comes out again August 2020 is when that comes out. I want to say thank you for watching, and of course, don't forget to do all of that YouTube stuff that we always ask you to do, because it really does help. And of course, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Until then, stay awesome. Bye-bye.